Up next is the final women's clash of the day between a lady from Poland and an athlete from China. These ladies can't be heavier than 75 kilos. There's Qian Li from China, she's in the blue, and Elzbieta Wojcik from Poland, she's in the red. If I would support someone, it would probably be Elzbieta, because she shares my birthday. But she actually has some fantastic experience. She fought in the Olympic Games in 2012 against Clarissa Shields. Now, for those of you who don't know, Clarissa Shields is a gold medalist from the United States, and she lost only narrowly. That's her in the red. And fighting her is 26-year-old Qian Li, who won a bronze medal at last year's now, Olympic Games in Rio. Originally from China, she has an incredible story that she actually ended up moving to Mongolia and then back to China again. Too long for this, but if you have a chance, look it up. Anyway, the fight's underway. Wojcik in the red, Qian Li in the blue. Wojcik storms in, little right, little left, no damage. Qian Li, it's interesting really, considering these are Chinese fighters. I somehow expected them to have fighting styles similar to maybe the old Soviet Union. But they don't. Their stance is almost a pro stance. If you look at it, wide legs, hands low. Very exciting. Chinese boxing has exploded recently. Qian Li is just another result of this explosion. Qian Li looking to counter. Wojcik looking to be first. Both pawing out their lead arms, lead hands, trying to keep some distance, and trying also to measure distance. Now Qian Li is moving closer to the pole, ever so slightly. Does that mean that the fireworks are coming? Perhaps. What's clear is that Qian Li is really confident in her skills. If you see her feet, she doesn't move that much. Wojcik is bouncing up and down, coming in, going out. But Qian Li, confident in what she can do, confident in how she can counter. Wojcik adjusts her headset. Something is wrong with her headset, or her protective gear, should I say. Each boxer trying to lure the other one into making a move, a step, something on which they can capitalize. Each one has a different style. There's the bouncy European style of Wojcik, and the rather staid style of Qian Li. But Qian Li hits hard, beautiful, almost body shot uppercut up the middle. Straight right down the pipe. Chinese leads with the shoulder. Seconds out. Only 10 seconds left in the round. And we'll end in the clinch. That's round one in the books. Qian Li looks like a very serious fighter. Very well put together, very professional. Just like you'd expect, honestly, from a Chinese fighter. Wojcik, bouncy, in and out. Obviously has some power, but just doesn't seem to be as tight. Doesn't have that piston-like action that Qian Li has. Yeah, we've got the towels in full effect. Because if in doubt, you've got to have towels. And round 2. Qian Li looks as though she's just woken up, totally fresh. Actually, so does Wojcik. So China in blue, Poland in red. Round 2, women's action in the 75 kilogram division, coming to you live from Debrecen at the 61st István Bocskai International Amateur Boxing Event. This is the final. Both of these are Olympians. Qian Li, more successful. She won a bronze at the Olympic Games just now in Rio. And Wojcik, meanwhile, suffered a heartbreaking loss to Clarissa Shields, an exceptional boxer from the United States, in the 2012 Olympic Games in London. So on paper, you'd say this is Qian Li's fight to lose, but that's why you fight, because paper doesn't really matter. Yes, Qian Li's motion is so controlled, so efficient. No, there's no artificial movement, no unnecessary movement. Wojcik has definitely come down to earth a little bit, less bounce in her step, although she's still doing 2 nice counters by Qian Li. Qian Li has her eye on the prize, and her prize is Wojcik's head. Wojcik moves, stops, moves. Here we go. So the referee tells them to stop because they have to fight. A couple of punches land there from Qian Li. And again. Oh, a little right over the top. She catches Wojcik coming in. Short right punch. Lots of carnage happening in the middle. Qian Li being warned, she shrugs it off. Nice counter there by Qian Li. A little left hook, darting left hook as Wojcik dives in. Qian Li with that piston action of a right hand. Didn't make contact, but it looked good. All fighters wearing the traditional 8-ounce gloves. Or for those into the metric system, that's 228 grams. I bet you learned something today. 10 seconds left in round 2. Qian Li still posed like a viper. She strikes. Very impressive right by the Chinese athlete. Very impressive stuff. Yeah. At the beginning the difference wasn't so clear, but it just feels to me that Qian Li is pulling away in this. And seconds out, and round. Third and final round in this clash between Qian Li in blue and Wojcik from Poland in red. Qian Li, it was pretty close in the first round, but in the second round Qian Li started to assert a dominance. Wojcik trying to make a brawl out of it. Qian Li would like this to stay a boxing match. Wojcik doing her best to force the action, perhaps get a mistake out of Qian Li, but Qian Li, I think, is unshakable, unmovable. She has the steely glare, and she basically looks as though she doesn't even blink. Again, Wojcik comes in, but now up against the ropes in the corner. Can Qian Li do some work? They clinch. Qian Li doesn't want to go back. She doesn't want Wojcik too far up, and she's off the ropes. Back to the center of the ring. Qian Li looking to work her efficient motion again. What's she going to do? Is she going to wait for Wojcik? Or is she going to initiate something herself? They both attack at the same time. Qian Li keeps working to the body and the side of the head. Qian Li looking in control. Ooh, she hit Wojcik 3 or 4 times there. Beautiful combinations. Wojcik is bouncing around, but she doesn't really have an answer to the motion of Qian Li. She just has this incredibly tight motion with her punches. Wow. Referee steps in to break them again. Wojcik trying to do something. Can she do anything? They rush in. Wojcik makes contact, but so does Qian Li. Every time they have the action up close, my feeling is that Qian Li comes out on top. Round's almost over. There we have it. End of the fight, end of the round, end of the final women's contest for today at the 61st Bocskai István International Boxing Tournament. It's for amateurs. You're watching us live on YouTube on FS Media. Thank you so much for tuning in if you've just joined us. This was the 9th fight of the day. Only 4 more contests to go. But for the decision, let's head to the ring. And I actually get a decision right for a change. Winner by decision, unanimous, Qian Li from China. And she looked really impressive.